Saturday afternoon, everybody. It's about 2 o'clock here. So I've decided to treat myself to a little bit of ice cream here for my studies. Every day on LinkedIn, I see where people are saying that you got to take a break, and everything like that, either from studying or from your work life and everything like that, and just take a break. So I've always known that and everything like that, but I've decided to do that yesterday. I just took off work and decided to work on my CCNA studies. I've been falling behind, unfortunately, because I've been letting work get to me, and it's consuming me and everything like that. And it's just taking all my time and energy and everything like that to do that kind of thing. Can't really study at work because there's too many distractions and stuff like that. So I've been allowing all that to beat me up and just drag me down and everything like that. So I took yesterday off. I just said, to hell with it, and took yesterday off to get through my studies and everything like that. And I was working on volume 2 of my CCNA book, and I decided yesterday that what I really need to work on is the subnetting. And when I was going through section 2, in the beginning, I have ACLs, access control lists, and everything like that. And with subnetting, you have the first host address, you have the last address, you have the broadcast address, and you have the network. You have the network host, broadcast, and everything like that to get and break it down in IP address and everything like that. And then you have the site or the mask and everything like that, /20/24 and everything like that. And you have to break all that down. And when I came across on the ACLs, I believe it's just for ACLs, but the biggest thing for networking is general is the IPv4, IPv6, the TCP IPv, TCP IP, and the subnetting and everything like that is the big thing. So I decided I'm just going to go back to that and focus on that. And I take a course on Udemy, and I've been trying to go through that, get that out of the way, and get the subnetting and everything like that, because a big part of the section 1 volume 1 book is nothing but LANs and WANs and subnetting and stuff like that, configuring switch interfaces and LAN switching and stuff like that. But a lot of it, when you get through it, is a good portion of it is as you go through the book. There's 29 chapters in this one, but a lot of it is subnet maps, analyzing existing subnets, properties of and everything like that of IPv4 subnetting and IPv4 networks, and operating Cisco routers and configuring IPv4 static routes, dynamic routes, troubleshooting IPv4 routing and stuff like that, understanding routing, OSPF, network types and neighbors, just on and on and on about this networking, stuff like that. And I knew that going in, but I figured, well, let me get through volume 2. I figured, let me get that out of the way, good to understand. I don't think I have a problem with that. Today I was going through, I'm getting caught up on that Udemy course. I was going through the book, or going through the course in the videos, and I came across the, I think there's 600 something videos or something like that. I think I have it written down somewhere. There's 137 sections. There's there's like 600 something lectures and stuff like that, and there's question and answers kind of things in there, and there's labs for packet tracer in there, stuff like that. But I got as far as the section for IP subnetting and stuff like that, and the first video broke it down great. I took notes for it and stuff like that, broke it down real great. It's got 4 rules. I don't know if these 4 rules everybody goes by, or it's just this instructor's 4 rules and everything like that on how to break it down, get the network portion, get the host portion, get the broadcast, get the first host, last host, stuff like that. Breaks it down real nice and stuff like that. Understanding the binary, I real good at the binary. Once you do a couple of those and everything like that, eventually you can do that kind of thing in your head and look at it and understand that kind of thing, and understand the amount of numbers and everything like that. When it comes to the slash, which is the prefix, which is the CIDR, which is, you have 192.168.10.1/24, you know, you have 24 ones, and you break it down into binary and stuff like that, and he breaks it down real nice. And he has one example where you have the third octet, where part of the network host and the portion host kind of run in between of the third octet. So you break that down into binary, you separate that kind of thing, and he breaks it down real nice. But it was a great find, and it really cleared things up for me greatly on what I'm going to go through on this chapter and everything like that. I'm going to do a lot of practicing and everything on doing that, using his notes, of course. But this is the biggest thing on that. The other thing too is I have everything I need for the resources and stuff like that. But like I said, I've been falling behind. Just like I said, decided to treat myself today. Some ice cream here. Let me get some before it's not really melting, but good stuff. But it's little things like this. You know, it really is little things like this to sit back and enjoy and relax. Take a nice little break and just go through your studies and focus on that kind of thing. So I don't know if anybody out there is taking CCNA. The other thing they tell you is, and I guess it depends on the person, they tell you to use a lot of different resources and stuff like that. And in the beginning, I was doing that. I was jumping around until I was able to put together a nice little study portion of where I can go. But that just gets you confused and just clouds things and everything like that. This course that I got on Udemy is a great course, and like I said, when I came across that video today, I went back over it. I'm going to go back over it again because it breaks up other things and shows you more complex networks and stuff like that. I have one person on Twitter who is nice enough to, who does CCNA stuff and everything like that, who offered to put some things together. They have a lot of cheat sheets and everything like that that they can tell you, and they you can memorize that kind of stuff and everything like that. But you know, it's kind of hard to memorize, you know, all that kind of stuff for a lot of people and everything like that. I'm more of a visual guy to watch these videos and stuff like that. I can read the stuff and everything like that, but if I'm doing it and I'm watching it and stuff like that, that kind of works for me better. So that's what I need to do, and I think a lot of people don't. But the other thing too is with the subnetting, a lot of people have that issue and everything, and they say they have calculators and stuff like that when you're out in the field that you can do that, but for the exam you can't do that. Now I don't know if the exam, I think it says somewhere in the back of the book that you can bring a pen and paper in there to write some of this math down, so you don't have to do it in your head. I don't know how true that is, but that would be nice if you can do that, where you can just write the stuff down, write it down, everything like that. But the great thing is he has a couple set of rules. He's got 2 ways of doing it and stuff like that. And he says within 30 to 60 seconds, you should be able to break this down and get, you know, your different addresses and stuff like that. Because I think the test is 90 questions, 120, or 90 minutes, or yeah, 90 questions, 120 minutes, I think is what it is. And that's a long time, you know, 2 hours taking the test and everything like that. But and they may show you command line. I'm getting into the command lines and stuff like that. I'll be getting into a lot of that kind of thing too with TCP/IP and coming up Wireshark introduction and Wireshark basics and stuff like that. But I think the biggest thing is looking at these networks and how to break down collision domains and ACLs and the subnetting stuff and all this kind of stuff and everything like that. I think that is the bulk of the course and everything like that. And if you can get through that and get that out of the way, I think that's the biggest thing. You know, a lot of people are passing their CCNA, and a lot of people are getting their Network Plus. A lot of people are getting a lot of these degrees and everything like that. A lot of these certificates and everything, when they're passing this stuff and everything like that. So I don't focus too much on that. I'm falling behind and everything like that, because it seems like a lot of these people got a lot of time. They're going to school and stuff like that. Some of them say they work and they go to school and everything like that, so they've got a tough schedule to go to and everything like that. So, but the thing is, here it is, Saturday, it's the weekend, tomorrow Sunday, and it's, you know, the whole weekend you're spending the time doing your doing study and everything like that. But you got to look at it, like for me and everything, like how bad do you want it? You know, how bad do you want that certification? How bad do you want out of this, you know, this hostile work environment that you're in this horrible work environment, and going in there every day, just being surrounded by people that have got nothing to lose, just make it miserable for you and everything like that. And they don't care. They're just floating through, hanging out at work, and there's no leadership and everything like that. You're basically on your own. So for me, that's what pushes me to get this out and get this certification and stay up late and doing it and everything like that. So I'm going to really hit hard on this book. Now I've got these notes that are good for doing this subnetting and everything like that. And going back to what I was saying about doing different sources, different resources, everything like that, and that clouds people and everything like that. For me, I'm just going to stick to this Udemy course, this one instructor. He has a YouTube channel, and I'm going to stick to the 2 Cisco Press study guides and go through that, because that's got a lot of information just in that back of the book for doing key topics, keywords that you got to know at the end of each chapter. It gives you practice things at the end of some of the later chapters and stuff like that, where it's drag and drop, and it gives you a great hands-on of what to expect for the course coming up, drag and drop and stuff like that. And it gives you a good visual of what to expect on that kind of thing. So I'm just going to keep it simple, and I'm just going to go through this. And I have another thing where I think there's 200 questions. I found a Cisco free questions for this exam and stuff like that, and you get the answer and stuff like that, but you're only hurting yourself. You're just going to cheat and everything like that. But it gives you topologies, and it gives you layouts and stuff like that, and it has it set up and everything like that, and it'll ask you different questions on here. PC1 to PC2, going through this router and this switch, what would the hop be, or what would the different questions and everything like that to travel through that kind of thing. And you have to kind of try to figure that out, but it breaks it down real nice. So for me, I'm going to keep it simple. Like I said, I'm going to use this Udemy course, I'm going to use the 2 study guides, and then I'm going to do the questions on for the exams and stuff like that I found, the free PDF for going through all that kind of stuff, and just take it from there and see how things go from there.